You know there is a specific window at night, right before sleep, when your mind becomes more receptive, more impressionable, and far more powerful than most people realize. And what you allow into your mind in that window quietly decides the quality of your tomorrow. This is not superstition, it is programming. Napoleon Hill spent decades studying millionaires, their habits, their disciplines, their inner language, and the invisible patterns behind visible success. And again he pointed to the same foundation. The dominant thought you hold with feeling becomes a blueprint your subconscious works to express as reality. Most people fall asleep on autopilot, scrolling, comparing, worrying, replaying problems, feeding fear, feeding unfinished conversations, feeding the urgency of tomorrow. And then they wake up wondering why their day feels heavy, why their energy feels scattered, why opportunities feel far, why discipline feels impossible. Tonight, you will not do that. Tonight you will choose your thought. You will choose your inner atmosphere. You will choose the seed you plant, because the morning is harvested from the night. Before we go deeper, I want you to participate, not just listen, because participation locks the lesson into you. Comment right now, I prosper with purpose. Agil, write it exactly like that. I prosper with purpose, because words are seeds, repetition is programming, and Hill taught autosuggestion as the bridge between desire and the subconscious mind. Now keep listening, because tonight you will build a simple, strong mental code that you can repeat every night, and over time it changes your identity, your discipline, your results. Napoleon Hill taught that success is not an event. It is a habit. And habits are not built by motivation. They are built by repetition, by decision, by consistency, by the refusal to live in drift. Drift is when your life is pushed by the world, by moods, by circumstances, by other people's urgency. Drift is when you react all day, and then you fall asleep with a mind still reacting. Hill warned that drift is the silent enemy of prosperity, because a drifting mind does not hold a clear aim, does not hold a steady desire, and does not command itself. So tonight we end drift, tonight we return to command. There is a biblical principle that supports this, and it is direct. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life." Your inner life becomes your outer life. Your heart, your mind, your focus, the thing you keep inside, becomes the direction your life takes outside. And another supports this renewal process. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Renewing the mind is not a one-time moment. It is a practice. It is a nightly practice. It is a disciplined practice. That is why you are here. Now understand this clearly. Your conscious mind chooses, your subconscious mind executes. The subconscious does not change because you want to change. It changes because you repeatedly impress it with an idea that carries emotion, certainty, and consistency. This is why Hill emphasized desire, faith, and autosuggestion. Desire gives energy, faith gives certainty, autosuggestion gives repetition. And when those three work together, you stop being a person who tries and you become a person who does. So tonight we will go through a sequence, not as a ritual of superstition, but as a mental system of direction. Step 1, close the day with release. Step 2, choose the dominant thought. Step 3, install the next day identity. Step 4, speak the aim. Step 5, visualize with feeling. Step 6, commit to one real action tomorrow. Step 7, finish with calm faith. And we will end with a short united prayer, focused, simple, aligned with Hill's wisdom and with the power of a collective mind. Step 1, release. Most people carry the day into the bed. The day is over, but the mind keeps running, and a running mind cannot plant clean seeds. Hill taught that the mind must be controlled, not forced, but directed. Tonight you release the noise, the tension, the arguments you replay, the fear you feed, the pressure you magnify, not because you deny reality, but because you refuse to sleep in chaos. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart." You are building a season of harvest. You are building a life of reaping, so you do not sleep in defeat. You sleep in preparation. Step 2, choose the dominant thought. Hill's famous principle, thoughts are things, is not a quote for decoration. It is a warning and a key. A thought repeated becomes a belief becomes a lens becomes decisions become actions become results. So what thought will dominate tonight? Not 10 thoughts, not scattered thoughts. One dominant thought. One sentence you can carry like a torch. Here is a powerful one you can adopt tonight. My tomorrow is guided. My actions are disciplined. My prosperity is inevitable because I move with purpose. Say it slowly in your mind. My tomorrow is guided. My actions are disciplined. My prosperity is inevitable because I move with purpose. Again, my tomorrow is guided. My actions are disciplined. My prosperity is inevitable because I move with purpose. Step 3, install the next day identity. Hill taught that you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits, and habits are rooted in identity. If you see yourself as inconsistent, you will act inconsistent. If you see yourself as disciplined, you will act disciplined. If you see yourself as someone who finishes, you will finish. So tonight you install identity phrases. Short, firm, repeatable. Say them internally, calmly, with certainty. I'm a disciplined person. I'm a focused person. I'm a finisher. I keep my word to myself. I do not live in drift. I move with purpose. I keep my heart with diligence. I choose my thoughts before the world chooses them for me, and you keep them simple because simplicity repeats easily, and repetition builds reality. Step 4, speak the aim. Hill called it definite chief aim. Not a vague wish, not a cloudy desire. A definite aim that your mind can organize around. Many people fail, not because they lack talent, but because they lack a clear aim that commands the subconscious. A mind without aim is easily kidnapped by distraction. A mind with aim creates a path. Tonight, you choose one aim for tomorrow. Not your whole life, just the next day. One outcome, one direction. Make it clear. For example, tomorrow I complete the most important task before anything else. Or, tomorrow I take the first step toward my financial goal, even if it is small. Or, tomorrow I show up as the person I am becoming. Choose your sentence now and repeat it 3 times in your mind, steady, calm, certain, because the subconscious learns by repetition. Proverbs 21:5 supports this. The plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty, but those of everyone who is hasty surely to poverty. Diligent plans lead to plenty. That is biblical, and it is Hill's principle in spiritual language. Step 5, visualize with feeling. Not fantasy, not daydreaming, but mental rehearsal. Hill emphasized imagination because imagination generates possibilities, and possibilities become plans, and plans become action. But the key is feeling. Your subconscious responds to emotion. So you visualize tomorrow as if you are inside it. You see yourself waking, you see yourself calm, you see yourself moving without drift. You see yourself doing the important thing first. You see yourself saying no to distractions. You see yourself finishing a meaningful action. And most important, you feel the emotion of that future as if it is already real. Gratitude, confidence, peace, certainty. Mark 11:24 supports the inner posture of faith. Whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them and you will have them. Belief is not passive waiting. Belief is inner certainty that shapes outward action. Hill called it faith, the ability to see the invisible and act as if it is inevitable. Now, I want you to add one specific image to your visualization. Not a random dream, but a clear symbol of prosperity with purpose. See yourself becoming more capable, more consistent, more focused. See your finances improving because your discipline improves. See doors opening because you are ready for them. See opportunities arriving because you prepared for them. And remember, Hill taught that opportunity often comes disguised as difficulty, so you also see yourself responding to difficulty with composure and decision. You don't panic, you don't drift. You decide, you move. Step 6. Commit to one real action. This is where many people fail. They love the emotion, but skip the action. Hill's philosophy is not wish and wait, it is desire and discipline. James 2:17 says, "Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead." Faith without works is dead. That means your mental code tonight must include one real action tomorrow. One action that proves to your subconscious you are serious. Choose a simple action that takes 10 minutes, because 10 minutes is enough to break drift and create momentum. Tomorrow I will do my 10-minute step, then I will do the next step. Tomorrow I will do my 10-minute step, then I will do the next step. Tomorrow I will do my 10-minute step, then I will do the next step. This is how people become unstoppable, not through giant leaps, through daily proof. Step 7. Finish with calm faith. You do not end the night in tension. You do not end the night in panic. You do not end the night feeding worst-case scenarios. You end the night in trust, direction, and gratitude, because your final state becomes your first state. Philippians 4:6 supports this posture. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. With thanksgiving. Gratitude is not weakness. Gratitude is strength. Gratitude tells the mind, I am safe enough to focus. Gratitude tells the mind, I am guided. Gratitude tells the subconscious, we are not in panic. We are in command. Now we seal the code. And I want you to listen carefully because repetition is the key. Tonight's code is simple, and you can repeat it every night. Here it is. I release the day. I choose my dominant thought. I install my identity. I speak my definite aim. I visualize with faith. I commit to one real action. I sleep in peace, and I wake in direction. Again, I release the day. I choose my dominant thought. I install my identity. I speak my definite aim. I visualize with faith. I commit to one real action. I sleep in peace, and I wake in direction. And now, I promise something important, and this is why I want you to subscribe to the channel. If this message is helping you, subscribe, because at the end of every night session, we do something together. We align our minds as one focused field, asking for our plans to succeed, asking for discipline, wisdom, and the right doors to open. Not as begging, but as alignment. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now, so you return tomorrow, and so you build this as a habit. Because Hill taught that riches respond to a definite aim, backed by persistence. And persistence is easier when you are not alone. Now one more participation, comment again if you haven't yet, or comment a second declaration for strength. My tomorrow obeys my purpose. Write it in the comments. My tomorrow obeys my purpose. Because you are training your tongue, your identity, your mind, and your mind follows what you repeatedly declare with conviction. Now we finish with a short united prayer, calm, focused, aligned with Hill's wisdom and with the power of a collective mind. Universe, creator, source of wisdom, we align our minds tonight with purpose and discipline. We ask for clarity to recognize the right opportunities, courage to act without drift, strength to finish what matters, and wisdom to serve with excellence. We believe our plans can succeed because we will do our part with persistence, faith, and organized action. Guide our thoughts as we sleep, strengthen our identity, and let tomorrow open the right doors as we move with purpose. Amen. And so it is. Sleep with direction, wake with command, and keep walking the path of abundance.